Hey everyone, what's up? Today we're going to dive into a topic that could potentially save you thousands of dollars or cost you just as much, depending on your next move. The big question is, should you wait for home prices to drop? If you've been asking yourself this question, then you might want to stick around till the end, and you're definitely going to want to hear what I've got to say. Before we dive in, I'd like to take a quick minute and ask a small favor. If you find any value at all in any of my videos, please like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. And if you have, welcome back. Your support helps me to keep creating more amazing content just for you. Real quick, I'm Rolly, your local South Florida real estate broker for the last 10 years. And as much as I love making these educational videos to show you everything you need to know before moving to South Florida, I love even more helping my amazing real estate clients achieve their real estate goals. So if you or anyone you know is looking to buy or sell here in the South Florida area, or you might even have a real estate related question, feel free to reach out anytime at 786-306-9335. And I would be honored to help serve and support you with any and all of your real estate needs. All right, let's get into it. You've probably heard by now that home prices are projected to rise by 18% over the next 5 years. That's right. If you were to buy a $450,000 home today, it could be worth over $540,000 by 2029. So if you're waiting for prices to drop before you make your move, you might be setting yourself up for serious regret. But let's break it down a little bit more on why home prices are going to keep going up, and why isn't it necessarily the best move to keep waiting until homes are more affordable. Let me tell you about a couple I helped back in 2019. They purchased their home in 2017 and built some equity in a couple of years. They saw how the market had appreciated and thought, hey, the market's got to cool down and it's got to happen soon. Let's sell, rent for a bit, and then we buy again when prices drop. Now, on paper, that might sound like the smart move or the right move, but here's what happened. The following year, we hit the pandemic and the interest rates dropped to a historical low. Buyers flooded the market, driving the prices even higher than anyone expected. That home they sold for $625,000 back then, today is worth over $1 million. And the worst part is, they're still waiting to buy because the market has simply outpriced their expectations. Now, it isn't a one-off story when we've seen this play out time and time again. People waiting, hoping for prices to fall, but at the end, they get priced out of the market. And that's why it's so important to understand the dynamics that are at play. The key here is supply and demand. Right now, we just don't have enough homes for the number of buyers in the market. And as long as that's the case, prices are either going to stay stable or keep going up. You can't just rely on the market correcting itself, because demand is still strong, especially in places like South Florida. Now, you might say, but Rolly, what about the markets where inventory is increasing? That's a good question. Yes, some areas like Texas and parts of Florida, we've seen an increase in inventory. But keep in mind, real estate is local. While some areas see more homes available, other regions, especially in the Northeast, are still getting multiple offers and prices are still climbing. So does this mean you should rush out and buy a house today? Not necessarily. The right time to buy isn't just about the market conditions. It's about your personal situation. Do you have the down payment ready? Is your credit solid? Do you have job stability and a cushion for emergencies? If the answer is yes, then locking in your housing cost sooner rather than later could be a smart move. But if you're not ready, maybe your finances aren't in order, or you're unsure of where you're going to be living in the next year or so, then it's totally okay to wait. Just know that waiting for the perfect market conditions could mean missing out on the benefits of home ownership. Let's dig a little deeper into why home prices are likely to keep rising. The big one is inventory shortages. Builders simply aren't keeping up with the demand. And here's why. They're focusing on higher end homes with larger properties and more square footage. That's where they get the most return on investment. While this is great for the luxury market, it leaves a gap for affordable housing, which is what most first-time home buyers are looking for. And it's not just about builders. Demographics are playing a huge role in it as well. Over the next decade, we're gonna see more and more people entering their prime home buying years, adding to the demand. With more buyers and not enough homes, it's no surprise that prices will continue to climb. Now, some of you might be thinking, I'll just wait until interest rates drop and then I'll jump in. But here's the catch. When interest rates drop, home prices often rise. It's a trade-off. Lower rates mean lower monthly payments, which brings more buyers into the market and drives up the demand. And more demand, as we know, pushes prices higher. So waiting for both lower rates and lower prices, that's pretty much a unicorn scenario. And it's highly unlikely that both will happen at the same time. Even if rates drop, you could still end up paying more for a home if the demand skyrockets. Another thing to consider is inflation. Everything from materials to labor is getting more expensive, and those costs are passed on to home buyers. This is one of the big reasons why real estate appreciates over time. Even if there's short-term dips in the market, the long-term trend is up because the cost of building and maintaining homes continues to rise. So while you're waiting, the homes you're probably eyeing right now could become even more expensive due to inflation, on top of the market appreciation. Plus, if you're renting, your rent is likely to go up too. And that's money that you could be building in equity or even saving to a down payment. Here's the bottom line. Waiting for home prices to drop could cost you. Not only could you miss out on appreciation, but you're also missing out on the opportunity to build equity and take advantage of tax deductions and fix your housing cost for the long term. And all the while, rent is going up. Owning a home is one of the best ways you can build wealth, both for yourself and future generations. But if you're constantly waiting for the perfect time to buy, you could be stuck on the sidelines while everyone else is moving forward. So what are your thoughts? Do you still think waiting is the best strategy, or are you ready to take the next step? I'd love to hear your opinion. Drop them in the comment section below. And remember, if you or anyone you know is looking to buy or sell real estate here in South Florida, or you just have some real estate related questions and about the market conditions, don't hesitate to reach out. You can always contact me at 786-306-9335. I'm here to help guide you through the process and make sure you're making the best decision for your future. And before you go, don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful and hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on all things real estate. I'm Rolly, your realtor for life, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.